As a geeky, nerdy guy myself, as soon as I heard about teamwork, the first thing I thought was that domain name's going to be expensive. And then I read that you actually brought that name back for something like $670,000. I feel there's got to be a story there, right? Can you expand on what happened?
Yeah, Neil, yeah, it's interesting, right? So when we launched the product, we always wanted it to be called Teamwork. It just felt
Yeah.
right to us. Um, but we couldn't get Teamwork, of course. There was a
Mm,
domain squatter sitting on the name. So the best name we could get was teamworkpm.net.
right.
So a complete unholy mouthful, just awful domain name, right? And we still managed to get a bit of traction with our product and to grow at a decent rate. But we always felt that if we could just get a better name, teamwork.com, we would be onto a winner. So every now and again, my co-founder and I would send an email to the person registered as owning the domain name at teamwork.com, and we would typically just get a one word and a link reply. So just an email back with just a link. And it was like, look at this. And we'd follow the link. And it took us to a web page that listed the sale price of 20 or 30 one word domains like insure.com, sex.com, and so on. And typically they were selling for anywhere between 20 million and 100 million
Ooh.
for one word domain names. But this is in the 90s when things were just crazy. And it was the squatter's way of just telling us, just go away. You can't afford this domain. But one night I found myself in the pub, of course, and the friend I was with at the time went to the bathroom. And for some random reason on a Friday night in the pub, it popped into my head that I'd offered this guy who owns the domain name $50,000.
Yeah.
So I sent an email and I said, final offer, $50,000, last offer. And within 30 seconds, I was shocked that I got a reply back with three words: same lowball offer. And that got me a bit mad. And I said, come on, man, for beep's sake, give me a real price. And the guy shot back an email with another three words saying, I'd consider $675,000.
Ooh.
So I converted that to euro and it was exactly 500,000 euro, half a million. And I checked our bank balance and we had exactly $532,000 in the bank account. I thought about it for about 5 seconds and I replied back, sold. Just let
No.
me consult my board as if we had a board. And then it took me 2 days. I remember calling my now wife at the time and telling her what I'd done, and she thought I was crazy. But I remember coming home from work the next day and she asked me, well, did you tell your co-founder what you just did? I couldn't, told him I couldn't build up the courage, told her I couldn't build up the courage. So I was determined on the second day. I got my co-founder and I told him that we have an offer, not that I'd done it already, to buy this domain name. And I was prepared for his answer. He can be pretty cautious. He was saying, "Oh no, look, it's all our money. We're too small. Maybe down the line, maybe in a couple of years." But I pulled out my secret weapon that I was ready with, my Martin Luther King speech.
Uh,
I have a dream. Look, and I said, "Look, we can always make more money, but I do not want us looking back in 20 years' time with regret." And he looked me in the eye and said, "Let's do it." And
whoa.
yeah, we purchased teamwork.com for every penny we had. We launched it 2 months later in January. And the amazing thing is, instantly our sales skyrocketed.
Man, there's got to be startup founders listening all over the world. You just made the hairs on the back of their neck stand up. What a powerful story. I mean, it equally could have gone the other way, but it really paid off for you guys, right?
It did. I suppose we were lucky that we had enough money coming in we had enough money coming in every month to cover our expenses.
Yeah.
So worst case scenario, we would have just been burning 500,000. We still would have had enough coming in. But yeah, we'd always been pretty frugal with our spending up to this point.
Wow. I love that.